It's Club Rossinger here. Well, I got it off, and what I thought was going to be, 300 tonne of, blazing plutonium that was going to tear its way through the side of the garage and roll over me and kill me, just went boop. It wasn't that heavy, it's only weighed 20 pounds, but, you've got to take safety precautions. I've never done this before. These shafts that came with the new press were short, and lucky me and a weightlifter, I got lots of these inch bars, so I put a couple of extended bars under it and continuous threads to hold it together and pressed it out, and she came out beautiful. But all the silly things that I've been making up when I bought the lathes, like tools that I'd made for silly things that never really worked, like that, are coming in really handy for the press, for pressing things out, stuff like that. It was part of a water pump. This thing here I used, which was a pulley I was going to make up. So it turns out all these things I've been making up, and now it's just finally hit me that if I can get this lathe working, and now I think I know why they've been fighting me to stop me from getting my lathe working, is once I think I do this thing operational, I now know how I can make a quid with this. People that have presses would pay good money for a full set of presses, especially when I just make it out of junk and sell it for 20 bucks. So you get a full set of presses in a tray, and I can design it all on the 3D printer, and then I just get bits and pieces of bloody cheap, because it's only for pressing shafts and that. Doesn't have to be high tensile, just out of mild steel, and get the bits and pieces of scrap and machine them down, make up a set. There is a special tool that was really cool that a guy used, and it was almost like a pull tab on a can, and I think it's called chamfering, where you take the corner off, and he just put it on the side he held this thing onto it, and it took the side of, it's like those things the scrapers they used to scrape the tops of the bores out. It's a high tensile sort of sharp edge, and you put it on the side of the metal and it just takes the edge off, rather than frig around with this contraption with this thing here. And also I've realised that this can be a milling machine. I was going to put a milling attachment on it, which is where's the angle on it? That was the plate to it there, one of the plates. And one of the right angle pieces is there. That's a right angle piece. I've already bought that. That's quite thick. I think it's about 8mm or 6mm thick. And that was going to be my milling attachment. And so all of this stuff now is in sight, and I can make a quid out of this for sure. I can definitely, might not be able to make it here in town, but I definitely make it down in Melbourne, because I know for a fact that engineering shops, mechanic shops that do a lot of pressing would pay a lot of money for a complete set of presses if I'm selling them for 20 bucks. And it's just a matter of me sourcing out all the scrap steel, spending a bit of time making them up, and really the only cost is running them down in the car. So, you probably want to make up about 5 sets and just drive around. Yeah, mightn't make $1 million out of it, but it might give me some buying power, and I'll be able to get some cheap mechanical work done. So, yeah, I think I now realise why everybody's been fighting me so hard to stop me from getting this lathe working. Because I now realise how I can make money with this. So I can make a quid with this, and I'm certainly smart enough. I mean, I made that up. That was all machined out, and I tapped holes in it, and that actually worked. So I do have the capacity to make things. My machining's horrible, but that also comes down to the types of tips I'm using. I can usually use the triangle tips because I've got 3/4. With this small pulley, I've got a massive amount of torque, because what I've got, this is spinning at twice the RPM. Where is it? That's spinning at twice the RPM, and it's got 3 times the power in the motor. So hopefully if that grabs, I'm going to get quite a lot of power, and from that I'll be able to run those little triangle tips, and I can get a quick change head. they're really not that expensive, the quick change heads. And you can get them to fit on this lantern head type of thing, especially with this pivoting base. So, yeah, things are looking really good. I've got it underway. I've got another chuck there to go on this. This is not going to be that hard to get off. It's only a thread. And it turns out you can bolt that. You can put a bolt on attachment on the back of the other one. Where is that? I can actually bolt it on. I don't know where the other chuck is. I can actually bolt it on the back of the other chuck. So it's not going to be that hard to do. It's only got a thread in there. And all I do is I put a bloody bit of steel in there, give it a knock. I'm not really sure which way it goes. Put the other chuck on, and then I'm going to get an adjustable four-jaw chuck. Collet chuck, yeah, various things. But no, I've managed to get that off without doing any real work. And now I've got to clean that shaft up and put the other pulley on it. And she's well underway. My lovely new press, and I'm going to have a nice set of that'll be my first job, is to make up a set of pressing bars like this of all different varieties. Basically just bits of steel, which will probably look like, when they're finished, would look like that. Another thing I'm going into is electroplating, because being very good at math, I'm an applied mathematician, and I'm working with a lot of the formulas at the moment, and I've already got a lot of stuff to do with electroplating. The hard part to get a lot of metal on is to get the thickness in the electroplating. You can do it in hobby, but it only puts a few thou of copper oxide on the product. I want to get quite a bit on, so it's a matter of juggling the math around. I might be able to work that out. So stage 2's been complete. I've got it off without damaging anything, sitting in the bucket. All I did was go plonk, and now I've got to clean that shaft up, and I bought myself a new where did I put that? I bought a new oh, I'm going to get cut off. I bought myself a new wire brush for the drill, which is a really thick one. So anyway, Clive Rocks here, over and out.